What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Bruja Africana, coming to you all with a tarot reading. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and share my channel. And shit, make sure you're doing those likes so that I can get up on the algorithm. Thank you to you all that are following me. Thank you to you all who are returning subscribers. Thank you for everybody. If you out here listening to me and you driving and my shit playing in the background while you driving, I doubt it because I put you to sleep because my voice is kind of monotone. But thank you and welcome to all of y'all. So let's get right into this fucking reading real quick. Um, let's talk Kevin Hunter, y'all. So we can't and excuse my grandson in the background. Hush, Juju. Now we can't just talk about Wendy without talking about Kelvin's punk ass. We recently see that he is trying to get 2 years of spousal support payments from her estate. If you have seen Wendy Williams' documentary, you know that she doesn't have control over her money. I don't believe that he's going to get it, and his cards indicate that he's not, and indicate that he needs to go and get a job. You know, UPS is fucking hiring, and they're always hiring. Biggie told y'all that back in, what, 94? The UPS is always fucking hiring. Kelvin knows this. He's from New York. He has a link on every fucking plug or where to get money from or who has money. He knows what to do, y'all. Don't feel sorry for the man. But let's jump off into the reading and talk about how out of control he is right now. He's the one that forced the changes in his fucking life. He is the one that decided to destroy his marriage by dating Sharina and tossing Wendy to the side like she was replaceable. Like his big ugly ass could find another Wendy Williams. Like no matter what we think of Wendy or no matter how unsorry you feel for her. I don't know if that's a word. We make up words here from St. Louis. We tend to do that. Anyway, I don't care how you don't like her. That was still that man's wife, and he had all of the audacity in the world to pull what he pulled. Well, now he's trying to figure out how he can stay attached to the situation all while keeping Sharina. He's all ate up, he's ate up with the thoughts of, what the fuck am I going to do? Because, see, Wendy's money was funding a lifestyle that he could not afford on his own. He forgot and bit the fucking hand that fed him. Now he's in a position of where he's begging because he's lived beyond his means. The devil card often indicates drug use and shit, but I don't know that was what's going on with Kelvin. He might have popped a pill here too. He an old nigga. Dick got to get hard some kind of way. He popping pills and drinking champagne all on Wendy's dime with Sharina. Well, now that it has come out that he's been living beyond his means and doing too much, that's what it means with him with the devil card. He's been doing too much financially. Now he's trying to figure out how he can get some money back. He's trying to figure out how he can continue to live that lavish lifestyle that Wendy. Juju. A little bit for me, please. Thank you. I guess he's not. 2-year-olds are terrorists, y'all. We're going to have to do a reading on 2-year-old terrorists because that's what 2-year-olds are. Anyway, he's trying to figure out how to continue to fund this lifestyle that Wendy was responsible for. He is embarrassed. He's embarrassed because he can't afford that lifestyle. And I've said it 3 times already. Wendy was the hand that fed him, so he bit the hand that feeds him. So now he's all caught up in a sea of confusion that he created. He delusionally believed that he could continue to manipulate the situation and get money from Wendy. Here's Wendy in her destructed state, if you will, as the Cancer in reverse. But that's also Kevin's emotions surrounding the situation. He is out of control with what he thinks Wendy should still be providing for him, even though they've been divorced, 2-3 years now? They're divorced now, but somehow he feels like he's justified in feeling like, yo, Wendy got to give me some more money. So he feels like he's still tied to her. He still has his claws in everything because he is Mr. Hunter. Not Wendy's Mr. Hunter, but he's just Mr. Hunter, Mr. Wendy Williams' husband. He feels like, yo, I need to be able to get in this money. I need to be able to finance this lifestyle that Wendy basically exposed me to, but now I can't afford because my stupid big black ass decided to go and ruin my marriage. See, he wasn't a good husband to Wendy ever. And it doesn't even take you growing up in the 90s, but even if you watched her her story, not her documentary. If you watch the Wendy Williams story, she kind of touched on a little bit of the things that Kelvin used to do to her. But again, me growing up in the 90s and the early 2000s, I remember a lot of the shit that was going on. So Kelvin was a shit husband anyway. Even if him and Wendy had just divorced on some, we just didn't work out, we weren't compatible shit, he was still a very bad husband. Aside from the cheating and shit he was doing, he wasn't he wasn't a man. So I know that there are people who support house husbands. There are those husbands that stay home and they do the cleaning, all of that. Kelvin wasn't even doing this shit. Okay, so Wendy basically married beneath her. She married him because he was available and he was the first man that showed a real interest in her. She too did not know Kelvin. You know, she talked all of this shit about girls who do things too quickly. She's that girl. That's why she was warning us of that, because she married a fucked up nigga. She knew that then, even though she wasn't ready to leave Kelvin, because Wendy truly loved the shit out of this man, this big ugly motherfucker. But he got the audacity to clown like he handsome. Tell y'all about these niggas that look like big toes that y'all keep making look, say, think they sexy. That's what happened to him. Wendy made him sexy. But somehow he decided, I'm bored with Wendy. I'm going to go outside and just, abandon his family, abandon his marriage in hopes of, finding something new, something fresh, someone who he felt like could replace Wendy. I don't know how he gathered that from Sharina, because the bitch even sounds dumb when she opens her fucking mouth. Nothing she says sounds intelligent. Nothing she says sounds like money. So I don't understand what his motivation was other than getting his dick sucked, because Wendy probably wasn't sucking no dick because the bitch got lockjaw because she been smoking crack all these years. But maybe that's what it was. But he went over here to Sharina, and Sharina saw him as a come up. She like, all right, since we've been fucking around all of this time and he been doing some tricking and treating, I'm going to get pregnant and seal this deal. And that's exactly what happened. That's how he and Wendy ended up divorcing, because Wendy was going to tolerate the shit with Sharina. Wendy knew. She knew the whole rip. She just didn't say nothing as long as a baby didn't appear. When that baby appeared in the cheating situation, that's when Wendy left. So no, he's not justified in receiving a damn thing. First of all, because he abandoned his family. This is family abandonment right there. Well, now he's trying to, manipulate a way, knowing that they're divorced. Let me see how I can manipulate a way to keep my hands in her pocket, because he's still with Sharina. Or they fuck on and off, I'm sure, because don't nobody want Sharina, don't nobody want him. That's why they were okay with fucking up a marriage, because don't nobody want either of the two of them. And I fully believe that they should stay together. When you find two motherfuckers that's this reckless, let them stay together. He does not need to be single, neither does she. But Kelvin ain't got that money he once had, so Sharina ain't trying to really be tied to him. Although with her dumb ass having a baby by him, she's completely bound to him until that daughter is 18. So now Kelvin has to figure out a way to take care of said daughter that he created out of his marriage. No, they weren't divorced. Him and Wendy were still very much so married. That was his karma. The first step of his karma right there. Getting that karmic little baby that he can't take care of. Well, again, here's his ego saying, I should be entitled to whatever Wendy has going on. So, of course, him and Sharina has sat up and watched the documentary. And I feel like they came up with a plan with them watching the documentary and seeing what's going on, and Kevin's ego feeling like he's entitled to Wendy's money. They sat and watched the documentary, or at least heard about it coming out, and then watched it and decided, well, here's an opportunity for us to get some money. See, this is Kelvin, this is Sharina. Sharina's just along for the ride. She's going to do whatever it takes to get her hands back on this money, because all of her business ventures have failed. Her trick now has no money. So she's going to go along with whatever he says. They see the documentary. Oh, Wendy's back working. Let's manipulate the terms of our prenuptial agreement. She was supposed to pay him so much money as long as she's working. Well, she's no longer working. Her putting that documentary out did not signify her coming back to work. But these two dumbasses don't know that. These two greedy asses, okay? He's attempting to abuse his space as the ex-husband, the spousal support angle, excuse me. Well, He's not going to get it. And he may as well knuckle up and get ready for a very long fight with the judge and the guardianship, because they're not going to give him any money. They're not even considering giving him shit. The time for him to get some money from Wendy or get his alimony payments were only contingent upon if Wendy was working, and Wendy's no longer working. She's, in fact, incredibly injured. So while he's sitting back watching her or looking to find out what he can do to get more of her money, Wendy can't do a damn thing. Wendy is laying up, probably reading the damn gossip columns, thinking that she's going on the air in 2 hours, so she's got to prepare for a show. Yes, Wendy's fucking crazy right now, okay? And the guardianship, although they are low down too, I'm not taking anything up from them because they're doing their bit of controlling Wendy's money too. They know better than that. They know that Kevin has received his share, and it is time for him to go the fuck on. Well, I told y'all that was part one of his karma with the baby with Sharina. Well, here's part two. You ain't getting no money, baby. You ain't getting a dime, honey. Wendy is no longer working. This is what her guardianship is trying to prevent her from doing. Don't go back to work. Not only because Kelvin has his greedy ass fists out, his fucking meaty claw out, and motherfucking Mr. Krabs ass claw out. Not only that, you're not in any condition to be working. So Wendy is still sitting underneath a tower situation, underneath falling the fuck apart, collapsing. Everything is going to hit the fan for her again. But they're not going to include Kelvin in it. So Kelvin is like kind of really hoping that Wendy fucking dies from this illness that she has going on, or that she leaves a lot quicker. Let me put it like that, because it's pretty evident that Wendy may pass away from this. Most people who are in this advanced stage of dementia don't make it back. They never make a recovery. They never go back to the person they used to be. So if at the very least he's hoping that Wendy is so mentally incapacitated that she loses total control over her fortune, and he and Sharina can go back to being whatever they were. Or they can go back to partying and drinking and turning up and doing whatever they needed to do on Wendy's dime. But it ain't gonna happen for Kelvin. Like, he has, again, lived beyond his means, and now he's in a burdensome state financially, and he's looking for a way to get some money. He shouldn't have been so bad with money. All that motherfucking time he was with Wendy, you mean to tell me you didn't save no fucking money? You didn't put aside nothing. You just knew for sure you were going to be able to continue to drain her. Well, Wendy's not going back to work, Kevin. Wendy's not going back to work. Nobody is really pouring any energy into putting her back onto TV. Therefore, here's your judgment, baby. You're not getting any money. There's no money coming for you. There's no alimony. He's going to waste more money trying to get some money out of this situation than he'll receive. He's not getting a dime from it. Like I said, UPS is hiring Kevin. Don't get your job, baby.